which takes us to Paul Mercurio. And
oh, boy. Wow. Firing number 2.
The famous Sex for Sam.
Right.
In hindsight, I don't even think he could be blamed that much because we were all on that roller coaster where you tried, and he had been listening to the show and knew what the comics did and what we did, and knew it was you push it to the furthest extent you can and you're going to get famous. It's an amazing trick.
I do want to add one thing. We always pick guys, though, that kind of knew exactly where the line was.
Right.
Our guys would go out there, you know, they understood to push it as far as they can, but what is going to actually get us fired in this particular bit? And I mean, I'm not blaming him, but I don't think he fully understood it that day.
It was a Sex for Sam. You go around various locations in New York City, landmarks. You have sex. There's a spotter with you who was the comedians and whatnot, and they would watch and say, "All right, he's fucking her. That's 3 points. He's fucking her at the Hard Rock Cafe. That's 4 points. Oh, he dicked her in the ass. It's a 2-point conversion. like this is how this game works. So we gave all the contestants a list of places in New York: Empire State Building, World Trade Center, Statue of Liberty, all these places,
And church.
And Opie was like,
I added church at the last
he
minute.
added church on the list. And it was
Behind
just
Ken
so
Stevens' back, by the way.
It was just so we could read the list and go, church, that's crazy.
Once again, that gets people talking. You're
Right.
in your car going, what? This might happen at a church?
But it's what Opie said also. We knew that the people we were sending out, they're not going to a church. There's plenty of places on the list. You know, Macy's. Hey, go fucking Macy's. It's not a church. But the church on the list was outrageous enough. And we thought it would stop just by saying church on the list.
I think it's kind of amazing that you guys think it's okay to fuck in a Macy's.
There's plenty of shit to wipe your dick on.
I mean, it seems like there was quite a few places that you could get fired. Yes.
We're just
That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
really just
now we
believe
can
that's
restart.
okay. Right.
That is true.
But,
man.
I remember somebody in the studio going, "Don't go in the church. Don't go in the church. Stay away from the church."
We always had an inkling whenever we were going to get fired or in big trouble for something that we knew it was coming. It wasn't so stupid that we were like, we didn't even see that. We knew. But it was that, let's take the chance. It's a gamble.
I got to tell you, I saw Paul Mercurio, and they said he was at a church, and we all kind of looked at each other, and it was one of those moments again. Do you or what?
Click. Hey, Paul, what's up? I'm at St. Pat's, and he's doing the 2-point conversion in the ass.
Right.
Like, what?
But you
St. Pat's even. It could have been anything. The Scientology church.
Right.
You pick the holiest of holy Catholic churches.
But it's another one of those moments. You just knew, man, this could be a problem. And we just, but
It could be.
But we just looked at each other and
We call
said,
him Mr. Perceptive.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
When
crazy,
the show
obviously.
ended that day, you're in no trouble yet, but did you think it was coming because of the church?
Well, oh yeah.
Yeah, we knew shit was coming. We knew what was, it was called the slow build.
Right.
If something got some news and you got a blurb somewhere, we knew it was going to get traction. And boy, could we have used a big news story that week. Nothing happened.
It was a slow news day.
Nothing except sex at St. Pat's Cathedral.
But Paul Mercurio, there still was a chance to maybe get out of it because there was a guard there that day said, just get out of here. He didn't want to deal with it, obviously.
Right.
And Paul decided to grandstand a
He
little
was
bit.
gonna,
and he said,
get out of here, why? I won't get...
He might have said, where's your God now? And then so the police, so the guy calls the police and they arrest the couple and Paul is like, aren't you going to arrest me or something to that effect?
Yeah, he kind of wanted to get
And
arrested.
then he actually took a cab down to the police station so he could get arrested.
Arrest me. Some would say Paul Mercurio couldn't get arrested.
And I didn't think the show would get fired because I had never been through a firing. Had I been through one before, I never would have been stupid enough to okay that. But
Yeah.
I had never been fired before.
In hindsight, you look because we all have like dump buttons in front of us, and you're able to dump out of whatever was just said, and 7 seconds back. But
How
like
long
you
before
always
this shit really hit the fan?
think
Immediately.
Yeah, it was very quickly.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Oh boy, did that roll.
By 10 o'clock, CNN was all over it. I think it was CNN.
Sex and St. Patrick's Cathedral. And then
Immediately.
Bill O'Donohue, the head of the Catholic League, he got involved. And then Giuliani had something to say about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
It
it was also the culture radio back then, and we didn't see the signs, and we didn't see things were changing. Like Ant said earlier, if you had ratings in radio, you just didn't get fired, as long as you didn't break the FCC rules. So I'm like, man, we're killing it up and down the East Coast. They're not going to fire us.
Yeah, in radio, you fucked up.
Right.
You're like, you fucked up, and it's like, yeah, I'm
It's
at
really-
the next level. This is great.
Right, but man, was I wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, the culture obviously was changing right in front of our eyes, and we ignored the signs.
And when you guys were literally the last show to do that kind of.
Yeah, because then
Radio.
they put the hammer down. No one else was able to do anything after that as far as the outrageous bits and stunts and things like that. Man, did they clamp down on it.
Now it's
We ruined the industry.
Yeah.